Yo guys, and welcome back to Hellblade Senua Sacrifice. We're going to be playing the first replay of this game today. And yeah, I'm very excited because this game has been pretty much my game of the year in 2019 when I actually played it. So yeah, I have a very high opinion of this game and what kind of like stands for, what it tries to tell. And I'm very excited to see, how much I will like it on my second time playing it. But yeah, a bit of a backstory to this game. This game is about Senua, and she has psychosis, which means she has, basically voices talking to her. For instance, telling her about her doubts or what she feels like doing or what she should do. And those kind of like influence, her decision making, but also give more insight into where all of this like originated. It's very much about mental health, this game, and the creators of the game, Ninja Theory, they work closely together with a team of psychologists and also people that suffer psychosis. To kind of like recreate a very authentic feeling how that would be like. But the thing is, if you actually have psychosis yourself, then it's probably not the best idea to play this game because it might trigger certain things to you. So yeah, you gotta make sure that you're feeling alright with yourself, I guess, and that you're like in a good place before you would consider playing this game, because it definitely is very immersive in that regard. But yeah, there's also a behind the scenes basically video that you can watch, which gives more insight into what I just talked about. The plan is to play through the game and then watch the behind the scenes so we don't get any spoilers, and so it's like more of a fresh experience, and the behind the scenes will also make or give more weight, I guess, to it once you have played through the game. But yeah, I would say we're ready, so let's go and start this journey of Senua.
Hello. Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. Dead. It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness. There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? They're watching. Why doesn't she turn coming? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead. I can feel you coming. Quiet.
Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. Well, that's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
you see them? Over there.
Why isn't she looking?
Why aren't you looking?
He's in Helheim.
Look. Up ahead.
Helheim.
You see it too?
You promised you came.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call Hell.
Turn back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe. Turn back.
Go back, go back, go
It's
back.
not safe.
It's there. They're here. Can you see that?
You can see it.
Look around and you'll see them. The drowned, the sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here.
You see them.
This is not a place of rest.
Can't do this. Go back, go back.
They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you.
They're watching. Stop. Can you feel them watching? They're watching her. They're watching her. You're so close to the darkness. Go back.
Can you feel it?
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it, turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
They can feel you.
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper.
She can't.
What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us.
There's no going back. You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
And there we go. That is introduction to Senua. Hey there, Mr. Goody. Claiming the first reward. How's it going, dude?
You have to take a closer look to see. Why isn't she focusing? She needs to focus now.
She needs to use her eyes.
Do not forget my stories, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the river of knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
You can't do it. They're coming now. They're coming. I'm just scared she wants to run.
Darkness is coming. Yearns for life. Hungers for it. Like a pack of wolves on a hunt. But she's not stopping. Not this time.
Yeah, dude, this game is absolutely amazing.
The land of mist and fog. The old fool was right. What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
He's lost. He's lost. Where are you? I hear you. He's there, you know it.
There's no doubt about
He's
it.
lost.
The source of the darkness is in Helheim,
They're calling
and the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
And there's like so much of this introduction that I didn't catch up on when I first played it, because I just didn't know, you know, who's like Dillian, who's Hela, and all these characters, or what do they stand for. But, you know, knowing who they are, this is like super insightful actually. It's gonna be something I come back to later, just to avoid spoilers. But, yeah, there's some really cool stuff being said here,
Why is she doing this?
which give more insight.
She's doing this for him.
He's already dead.
He's dead. His soul is in Helheim. His soul still lives. She needs to
The
see.
bridge to Helheim. I forget its name. She forgets too.
She can stay.
But she does remember that only the dead may cross it. That part wasn't so easy to forget. The old fool said there was a hidden path up to it. Let's see, shall we?
Damn, you played it 3 times. Very nice, dude. Yeah, I've been meaning to play this for a long time, but you know, kind of like being busy playing other franchises, I didn't really get around to playing it. Even though I wanted to play it for like over a year. But yeah, now it's finally time again. People have been voting for it on Discord, So yeah, very happy about that.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim. And that is where you must travel.
Så hey, Maxi. Welcome, mate. And happy Sunday to you.
This isn't right. You have to turn back. Are you scared? You should be scared.
Dude, I can imagine with Sagodi. Like that part with where you have to escape with fire.
You're in danger.
Like I died so many times on my first playthrough. I had no idea what to do.
Get down.
What's she waiting for?
Do you know
And yeah, I'm doing good, Maxi. Having a good day so far. Watched a movie earlier. Had some nice brunch. And now playing this amazing game. And yeah, dude, you should definitely play it at some point because it's just amazingly created. Also, I think it's a British developer that made this game. Ninja Fury. They made the Devil May Cry remake as well. At max difficulty as well. Did you like actually beat it? Yeah, the guns of the Helgas. Yeah, you're not alone. And Heavenly Sword and Enslaved. Okay, I haven't played those games yet. I've only played DMC Devil May Cry. At least from Ninja Fury. But I definitely like both games a lot.
Turn around.
And yeah, we're like 15 minutes into the game, Maxi, so this is like
Do that. She shouldn't have done it.
Can't go back now.
how Senua goes to Helheim. Gosh, she's looking for the soul of her lost lover, essentially. Trying to recover it.
It's going to hurt you.
It's dangerous.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them.
Don't listen.
I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way.
Don't listen.
Never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you?
It's just a memory.
Druth? Is that you?
How do you know?
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. Liar.
He's lost.
An old fool. Truth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
Look really clearly.
Focus, Senua.
Focus. Focus, and you'll
I can see one.
What happens if you
Hold it in your
focus?
mind's eye. Find one like it to open the gate.
Give up. There's a secret. There's a secret.
the gate, and the gate will open.
So this is kind of cool because people that suffer from psychosis, they often try to see symbols in often like meaningless things. Like for example, if they see like a shadow, having like a certain symbol that they associate something with, they will think it's like something that actually means something to their life. Or like in other things in life as well, they can see symbols like everywhere, really. So this is kind of like an accurate depiction of, one of his symptoms, I guess, that go with that.
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
What's behind the gate?
Where will it take you?
It's insane.
It worked.
I spent 6 years enslaved in hell, but I watched the Northmen, learnt their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
Okay. So basically, the game starts with Senua going to hell, right? Because apparently she died or something.
Voice joins us. She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here.
But she also suffers from psychosis. So basically, that explains that she has like voices, talking to her in a way, or even has her own conscious, kind of talking to herself, I guess. But also why she tries to seek like symbols in like environment. So it's kind of like a representation of her mental state, essentially. And for the game, they had like mental advisors and psychologists that actually helped create this. And they also had people that suffer from psychosis play the game and kind of like judge if it's, or give them like feedback, I guess, on how to make it more authentic. So it's very much a game about mental health, I guess you could say. And yeah, it's very immersive, and especially if you play it with like headphones, it's yeah, you can really get like sucked into the world. Yeah, dude, like, this is really a piece of art, you know. It's not that long, according to my Steam. Hold on. Let me have a look. Like 11 hours. But I really like, you know, I did take my time and all, so you can like beat it in 8 to 10, I guess, as well.
You can stand on the edge, pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near, waiting for you to make that little slip. You can't just wish things away.
Yeah, it's a pretty small studio. I mean, this also has been realized on the Unreal Engine 3, I think. And it's definitely an indie game that they try to make like it, you know, looks like AAA, essentially.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
Yeah, dude, like, I played this in 2019 for first time, and it's been my game of the year, like, hands down. I was really, really impressed with this.
Stay back. Look at it. You have to open it.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-rotten goddess that rules over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here. I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
That is correct, Maxi. It was like a total random thing that she got, like, wasn't planned or anything. Alright, it's time. And I love the fighting in this game.
They were always.
So we can't actually hit these guys, I don't think. I think we're actually supposed to die here.
Behind you. Behind you.
So we can only attack these guys if we can actually focus, which you can't currently.
Behind you.
Now it's getting like darker and darker.
Don't give up. Don't. You did this.
A vision of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time. The hardest battles are fought in the mind. That is what Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul. But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow. Whatever the cost.
He's not right.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Surt, and the god of illusion, Valravan. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
To Dillian.
To his soul. It won't open.
How will she get through? Why won't it open?
Yeah, so basically the game tells you if the rot reaches Senua's head, you will have to restart completely over. So we gotta avoid dying as much as you can, of course.
Which one will she challenge first?
But yeah, doing like a no-death playthrough would be really the next level. I haven't done that yet, but I could think about doing that in the future. Maybe once I've, replayed the game for the first time. And yeah, it's a good deal. Like, I also played it when it was quite dark. And then, like, with headphones on, I just got my new headphones actually when I got the game. And that was just another experience. And you can kind of like locate the sounds as well better. Because the way they have recorded the voices is actually with like a 360 room microphone. And then they had like the actors go in circuits around the microphone, back and forth as well. And then like from different corners of the room they would like do the voice acting. To kind of like make it more interesting to listen to, but also to give it like more room, I guess. So yeah, that's really cool. You play on normal difficulty. That's fair, Maxi. I don't blame you, dude. This game can be challenging.
The Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born, and was named Ymir. The ice continued to drip, and the power of the void...
Valravan,
Oh shit.
ancestor of the seers and master of ravens.
He hunts his prey with his powers of illusion and feasts on their remains. Follow the path to Valravan and defeat him in battle to earn his mark. The gate to Helheim cannot be opened without it.
Okay, let's go back and actually listen to his recording again, because I kind of cut it off by opening the door, the gate.
The Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born, and was named Ymir. The ice continued to drip, and the power of the void gave life to it, and it became a cow, whose milk fed the giant. That's right, a cow. Bet you weren't expecting that.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. But then again, it's mythology. And mythology to some degree is always ridiculous.
Ymir was a frost giant, a being of darkness, and all his sons and grandsons were dark after him. Of his daughters and granddaughters, some were monstrous, but others fair. But there was another who came from the ice. Buri. In shape, he was like a man, big and powerful. His son, Bor, took a fair giant to be his wife, and they had 3 sons. Odin was the eldest, and the Northmen hold him to be the foremost of the gods, the All-Father.
May you walk the land of the Duat.
Indeed. Very fitting. It's kind of cool, you know, how there's like different mythologies, but they all have like similarities. You know, like the land of the dead, kind of like heaven. Gods, they kind of have like similar functions. Yeah. Oh, she hears Bike's voice. It's like, where did you come from?
Illusion hides the path to Valravan. Don't trust your eyes. Find another way to see the truth.
What's that? It's a door. No, it's not. Push it. Push it. Push it. Nothing will happen. Come on.
For the second game, Mr. Cody? Yeah, I've seen it. And it was super badass. I'm very, very hyped for how a second game would be like.
Look, something was different. Can you see?
It's funny. We all want to see behind the veil, don't we? But once we do, we mostly just close our eyes again and pretend what we saw was never really there. knows once you gaze into the relentless darkness, all that lurks within it can see you too.
Yeah, it really is. This game is a true piece of art.
It's nearly over. He's finished. They've surrounded you.
She's not strong enough.
Surprise him. End it now.
This is nearly the end.
You won.
Can't do
Finish this. End it now.
Yeah, the fighting really feels good as well.
Northmen will not stop her. She will find what she's looking for.
And once you get to like the boss fights, it's gonna be so intense, but still kind of like awesome to play.
Valravan's power of illusion comes from ravens. Align the ravens to break his magic seal.
Show me what you have seen, Truth.
Look how much it's changed. It's all different.
Something's shifted.
Something's happened. Something new.
Shifted. Can you feel it?
Do you feel it too? It's like crossing into another world that looks the same but feels different. An imposter world where the forest itself is watching.
Huh. But that's a story too.
Another gate.
Another gate. You know what to do. Stay back. You have to open it. It's not safe. Don't listen to them. Listen. Don't. Open it. You can do it.
To break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
What does it mean?
Which ravens?
Where are they?
Can't you see them? She can't. Line up the ravens.
Line them up.
Shh.
What is it?
I hear something.
If you hear the song of Valravan, follow it, and it will lead you to him. But be aware of his illusions. You can't always trust your eyes.
The song.
Valravan.
Valravan's song. Listen, focus.
You need to focus.
Focus.
I mean, if we go through that gate, nothing happens. I wonder... This gate is open now. It's not. Ah, hold on. There's another gate up there. But I guess you only get up there if we actually get to open this gate down here. Yeah, pretty much. Can I go up there? Can't. Also, hey there, Dark Maiden. Thank you for the follow and welcome. Panos said we have to focus, right? But nothing happens if we do. Not we go through. So it's kind of like locked in place. If I focus here, it's like locked in place. Like I basically can't move my camera. But palm deck with this. Okay, curious. Okay, hold on. I think we actually have to go out of here again, maybe. Because there's like a dude. Maybe we can see him from like up here. Hold on. Yeah, we can't. Give 1 sec. Like, where's the dude? And I reckon we actually have to go. Okay, never mind.
Mother of it.
Challenge me!
I was kind of curious, you know, I was thinking, okay, if we go through the gate, something has to happen. But, it didn't.
He's gone. He disappeared. Where did he go? Where is he? It's all your fault.
There he is.
Fight me!
Is she lost? Wouldn't be the first time. Last winter, before the tragedy, she journeyed into the wilds of her native land, living off berries, roots, and rabbits. It's not uncommon, you see. We call such a person a Gelt. Some, like Truth, become Gelt in search of penance. Others, like Senua, to purge a curse. Those who make it back are forever changed.
Can she get out?
It must be
Magic. Dark magic.
a trick.
Raven. Tricking her. Raven. How can she get out?
Bait.
It's him.
Dark magic draws her closer.
Raven's magic. It's not him. He's helping her. It's not him.
It's a trick.
She's doing it on her own. He's not tricking her. It's magic.
It's an illusion.
Okay, Okay, so he shows us that we have to go through the gate. Which we do. Can't align it from over here, so I reckon we have to go up this structure there and then align it. So yeah, let's go back. Works. It's kind of cool how they play with like illusions as well. AC Valhalla does something similar in the Jotunheim realm. That you can kind of like go through portals and then it changes like the environment.
We picture fear, and we think of a shadow in the woods, a creature in the night. If only it were that simple. The worst kind comes without warning. A deep and primal signal from within. A reminder that just because you cannot see the threat, it doesn't mean that it's not already here.
Has to find another route.
Truth says there's always another route.
Find a way, Senua. Go round.
Find your own path.
There's a different way.
Yes, they do, Maxi. They're actually very helpful to you. Like they tell you about like certain symbols or what you can do, and then they give you like locations of enemies. So in a way, you know, it's actually helping instead of like confusing you.
The Northmen say that Odin and his brothers killed Ymir, and that the world of men was formed from his corpse. They made his bones into stone, and his flesh into earth, and his blood into the salt sea. They set his skull to be the bowl of the sky, with his brains for clouds. Odin and his brothers caught the sparks flying from Muspel and made them into stars. And to protect the new world from the giants, they used Ymir's great curving eyebrows as walls.
Yo, for 18, welcome mate. Yeah, just playing one of my favorite games today. So yeah, going very good. How are you doing? Ah, nice dude. I hope you've been somewhere nice and enjoyed the time.
Do you know what it's like to leave everything behind? Your home, loved ones, to head deep into the wilds, perhaps never to return. Senua does. Because when darkness speaks, it changes everything. Turning home into a foreign land and loved ones into strangers. Exile makes sense when you realize that you were never really home in the first place.
You do? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't hear any voices.
The song. Balraven's song. It's over here. It's over here.
Is that? It's over there. No, it's here. There's two.
Listen, focus, listen.
It's magic. It's magic. It's an illusion. She's been in the forest like this before.
This reminds her of something. The forest.
Where?
Which forest?
Forest in the wilds.
The wilds.
She left alone.
She went to the wilds a long time ago.
Why did she go to the wilds?
She wanted to fight her own darkness. She thought she could beat her own darkness.
Did she beat her darkness?
No. It nearly killed her, but she tried.
Druth helped her.
If it wasn't for Druth, she'd
She'd
be
be
dead.
dead.
She can't beat her own darkness.
She wanted to marry Dillian.
She came to beat her own darkness and marry Dillian.
But
it didn't work.
She thought her curse would affect him.
She thought her curse would spread to him.
She thought she'd bring the darkness to him too.
She nearly died. She thought the curse made her tainted.
Druth helped her.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited to see how the second game will turn out to be. Can I actually jump over there? Doesn't seem like. I wonder we have to follow the voice again. Kind of like this dark singing voice, I guess. Can I jump over here? Doesn't seem like. That's helpful. Hey Vetamice, welcome mate. Well, now we have a way to go up over here.
Open it.
She has to.
Not from this side.
It's my first replay of a game. I played this for the first time in 2019. Okay, let's get on here into the number. Yeah, we can't currently. Oh, we can. I kind of would like to find a way to go up there. Fizz. Yeah, we gotta go up there apparently. I didn't think we would actually just fall down. Let's go ahead and open this so we have a way to go inside here from the other side. Let's actually go for here just to see what we have. Another tail.
The Northmen say you must sacrifice in order to receive. They tell how the runes were revealed to Odin only in sacrifice. He hung himself from the world tree, and he stabbed himself with a spear, and he dedicated the sacrifice to himself. For 9 nights he hung on the tree without food or drink, and at last he saw the runes below him. He gave a cry, and gathered them in his mind and learnt them. Then he fell from the tree.
It's kind of like we probably have to go through another gate to kind of like enable us to have like a beam here maybe to like navigate over there. Because yeah, we definitely can't jump this.
The ravens. They've gone. They've gone. No. Half of them have gone. They've gone. Some are still there. But where? Some are still there. Oh, Raven's helping.
He's not helping.
It's a trick.
Quiet. Out in the wilds, in the cold winter woods.
Where?
She no longer felt fit for this world. She almost gave in to the darkness. But she remembered Dillian's words. She remembered her promise. She resolved to fight on and kill that which had become a part of her.
Okay, now it makes it easier to find because you only have half of like the symbols anymore. I would just gotta find the correct spot from where to line it. Hey there, Ronnie. Welcome, mate.
The ravens. They've all gone. No. There's still three. There's three. There's three.
Where have they gone?
Where have they gone? She did it. What does it mean? She's
Looking back, I was so naive to think she could banish it on her own. The further she saw into the darkness, the more she struggled to see anything at all. And the gloom, the smallest hints of shape, sound, or thought, grew in strength until they consumed her whole. Before she knew it, the darkness had her in its claws.
broke. The gate is open.
So, fun fact, actually, aligned this earlier.
There is no such thing as victory when it comes to the darkness.
But pretty sure we couldn't do it yet.
It's like it doesn't want to kill her
Or maybe we could.
yet. Or gnaw at her, biding its time. Only when she is at her weakest will it strike to kill. Will she find Dillian before her time comes?
Overcome Valravan's final illusion to face him in his keep. I know you can do it, Senua. You have the sight.
We both see the darkness. We can fight it together.
Just like permanent head banging. I mean, definitely head banging when I hear the soundtrack during the boss fights.
Speak to me, Drew. Tell me a story.
Senua, listen. I will tell you the tale of a man called Findan. The Northmen captured Findan's sister, and his father sent him to pay for her release. But they took his gold, put him in chains, and held him for a day and a night without food or water. Then they released him. I don't know why. Upon his return, his father's enemies in Erin set fire to his home. His father burnt to death, and his brother was killed. But he escaped with sorrow in his heart. His father's enemies offered redress for his loss and invited him to a feast. It was at a hall near the sea. But when he went there, they betrayed him to the Northmen, who enslaved him and took him to hell. 6 years later, his slave masters landed on the shores of Orkney, burning all before them. And into that fire, Findan made his escape. What was Findan burnt away that day. But from the flames, a new man stepped forward, and Druth was born. Druth, the man that I am now. And though Findan never set eyes on his dear sister again, I, Druth, have found you, Senua.
I wish you could have seen my home before these dark times.
Don't we have to go up there? One sec.
The gate is open. Open.
This darkness. I know it from the wilds. It's coming back for me. I'm still here. Are you too? Where are we? I remember. It didn't end well in the wilds. It never does. You think you can overcome the darkness, make sense of it, And once relief settles in,
it strikes out of nowhere, throwing you helplessly back into the maelstrom, drowning the mind in fear, deeper, deeper, dragging you down so far into the void that maybe this time there is no coming back.
But there, in the darkness,
Senua,
she remembered what he told her.
hear me. Reach out to me. Senua, take my iron mirror. Look into it, for it is a window into the underworld. Within, you will see the face of the darkness that you fear. And if you focus, like I have taught you to, you will also see that as much as the darkness has you trapped within its veil, it too is trapped within yours. Focus. Focus! Focus!
I see you! I see you now! You led me to the wilds! You trapped me there!
It's boss fight time. Ja, der Mais.
He's stronger
Der
than
hat nicht viel Zeit.
Stop them! Finish this! End it now! Watch out! The mirror.
The mirror.
Our focus is coming.
I never beat you in the wilds, did I? It was an illusion. But not this time!
The Mark of Valravan. One of the keys to the gate to Helheim. Hold it in your mind's eye.
With every battle, the darkness grows stronger. Every victory bringing her closer to defeat. Unfair, isn't it? In those dark winter nights in the wilds, there were times when she considered letting go. If it weren't for Druth, a chance encounter in the wilds, she would not have heard his stories of the Northmen. And she would not have this chance to find Dillion's soul.
I'm coming. I still hear you.
Wow. This place looks a lot brighter now. That's for sure. Yeah, so peaceful how Valvron gets dealt with.
When she was younger, she would lay in the grass and stare at the clouds. And as she saw them, elusive, shifting faces. After a while, she could see the faces everywhere. The trees, the mountains, caves. I wonder, can you see the faces too?
They're there. If you look for them.
Mother? Senua, you have the sight. Just like I do. Once you can see into the underworld and all the souls within it will see you. Don't be afraid when they speak to you. I will always be here to guide you.
Did you see her? That was her mother, Galina. She was a priestess, a healer. She taught Senua to see the weave that binds the world together. And it was beautiful. It was a time before the darkness. But when it did come, it first came for her mother. Senua still sees her face from time to time, hidden in the world. Like she's still watching over her. She misses her so much.
Look, something's different. Something's changed. Can you see? She can't see it. Why can't she see it? Look how much it's changed. Look.
There's a God of War comic coming out. Ah, that's cool. Do you know if it like tells the story after the events of the PS4 God of War? Or is it like set somewhere else in time?
He's down! Finish it! Finish it!
What? Okay. Actually not sure how we're supposed to deal a lot of damage to this dude, except for maybe, you know, like dodge him in one slice. Or maybe just wait for focus or something. Yeah, he was difficult. Is that between the events of God of War 3 and God of War 2018? I see. That's kinda cool. Kind of explain how Kratos ended up going there, I guess.
It's nearly over.
Finish it.
Behind you! Find a good position.
Don't let them surround you.
Jesus Christ, I can't parry that attack.
Go.
I get one hit in there after dodge, that's it.
We're winning.
Fucking shit. Ah, Jesus Christ, I can't counter that attack. It's annoying.
End it now. This is nearly the end.
Ah, fucking hell, I hate this attack. Camera.
Take him down.
Take him down. Get him down.
What an annoying bastard.
The gate. She needs to go back.
She can't.
Like, he was legit more difficult than the boss was.
She hasn't challenged.
Just like, you don't really get a lot of hits in as well. No matter how much you dodge. I guess the best strategy is to kind of like wait for his attack and then attack him, because it kind of like stuns him. But yeah, the timing is a bit tricky.
The Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born, and was named Ymir. The ice continued to drip, and the power of the void gave life to it, and it became a cow, whose milk fed the giant. That's right, a cow. Bet you weren't expecting that.
A cow. No worries, Ronnie. Have a good day, dude. Thank you for coming by and joining. And yeah, we will catch you next time.
Don't go too close.
Alright, now we have to go through the second door. Now it's off to the land of the fire.
Surt, the fire giant has answered. He comes from a land older than mankind, and the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raise their enemies to the ground. Find him, Senua, and spill his blood.
She found the wretched old fool on her way back from the wilds.
An outcast. He was badly burnt all over. She took pity on him, for he was not long for this world. Like her, who spoke of his own darkness.
The Northmen gazing towards different horizons, some of us further than others. Your father cannot see what you see, but there is nothing wrong with seeing the world the way you do.
Paper Levy. Yeah, it's really good being back to this game. Such an amazing one. That's the worries. I hope you enjoy your lurk, Levy.
Human flesh. And I still hear their cries carried in the wind. You hear them too, Senua?
Yes, I heard their screams, and I still hear them now.
Alright, it's one of the symbols. How to find the other.
Are they screaming? Focus.
Yep. It was
is sealed to the living, but you already walk amongst the dead. Look towards the gate, and you will see that it has opened.
yeah, that was a bit faster.
When they first came to my lands, I knew enough of their tongue to beg for mercy, and they took me as a slave. I wish now that they had slaughtered me like the others. I rode their storm of fire, death, and slavery to many lands. This darkness you speak of? I know it well.
And I'm still here to fight it.
Behind you!
Ah, okay, never mind. I found out how to actually break the shield. That's another combat button we have. Just like break defense. It makes a lot more sense. That makes things a lot easier against these guys. Oh.
Behind you! Watch out! Find a good position. Don't you let it behind you!
Okay, just die.
He can read.
Ah, definitely watch that. There we go. Also, hey Verrot, welcome mate. It's going very good, yeah. So good being back into this game. And I've been like meaning to replay this game pretty much since I finished it. But yeah, finally we get around doing that. So very, very happy about that. Just taking on our first boss not too long ago. And yeah, we're currently in the fire realm, I guess. So trying to get that done as well. But yeah, how's it going for you? How have you been holding up with your power outage and all that? Must have been like super annoying to deal with. Ah, dude, I imagine. Yeah. I don't think this is a game I will ever kind of like get sick of. It's way too unique for that, to be honest.
When you see a fire gate of Surt, know that only a sacrifice will stoke the fires of Muspel and let the dead walk through.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Ah, dude. It really sucks to hear that
Give you the answers
it
you
was that long.
But you mustn't look away from the horrors it does offer. Because you cannot overcome suffering if you refuse to look at it.
Well, at least it's working now, and hopefully it stays like that. But yeah, it's so annoying when, you know, stuff like this happens.
It was everywhere.
I hope you stayed safe during the thunderstorms that you had.
Cert is through there.
He's waiting for her.
You can't get through.
How will she get through?
She'll need to find another way.
Truth and scent. Find your own path.
There's always another way.
The Northmen say that the defender of Muspel is called Surt, the foremost of the fire giants. His name means the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword, and at the end of the world he will leave his post. He will travel to Asgard and Midgard, waging war against all the gods. He will be victorious, and then burn the whole world with fire.
Ah, that's good, Rod. Yeah, always good to have someone to go to if, in that case, you know. Yeah, especially with the budget they had for the game, you know, they really did very creative and interesting choices. That kind of like enable them
Another fire sacrifice.
to, you know, have certain gameplay or narrative. Can't wait to watch the behind the scenes video again, the feature that you can launch from in-game. Because, yeah, it's just so good seeing how they actually have done all of this.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
It's too far.
She'll never find it. She'll never make her way back.
She needs to remember the way back.
What happens when she finds it?
Everything will burn.
Concentrate on where you're going. She needs to remember the path.
Everything will burn, then how will she find the way back?
She won't. She won't be able to tell.
The Northmen made fire sacrifices, burning slaves like me to reveal the path to Surt.
I searched for meaning in their suffering, in their eyes.
But they just screamed like helpless pigs.
Do your gods answer your prayers, Senua? I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free. Defy the gods, Senua! Find your own path, like I find mine!
My gods abandoned me! I am alone.
Yeah, absolutely, Rod. You know, that's the cool thing about the behind the scenes, kind of like seeing how that came to be, you know. How they cast Senua, but it kind of like flowed naturally, you know. It wasn't like a forced choice or something. And yeah, also like the way, you know, they bring like this whole psychology aspect into it. And actually have like people with psychosis playing the game and kind of like judge how well it, you know, kind of showcases that. Then having like mental advisors, then also like the soundtrack as well, of the way they recorded the voices, you know, with a 360 degree mic, kind of like room microphone. There's just so many great ideas that they came up with for having so much of less of a budget than a lot of other games have nowadays, you know. But I guess that's the thing as well. Sometimes if you have like more limited resources, you know, you might kind of just try to be a bit more creative.
The Northmen of Hell worship the Devourers, insatiable gods of darkness. I come from Erin, Senua, where I once followed my own gods, the Tuatha De Danann.
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua, I was a man of knowledge, not a warrior. To survive, I did things. Bad things. Like you, Senua. The man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can die with you.
Yeah, for sure, Rod. That's also interesting whenever there's like sense. Oh, hold on. Ah, okay, that's the thing we're looking for. I see. Whenever there's like censoring happen, you know, because of like I don't know, for example, like the government making that. For example, like when my parents grew up in like East Germany, there was like censoring, you know, for like all kinds of like political topics. whenever you were like criticizing the government, for instance. So a lot of like song makers, they used to make like very subtle hints in their lyrics, you know, without like being able to get censored, essentially. So they had to be like super creative in how they would voice criticism against the government. You know, while still making the songs, I guess. So that really brought out a lot of like creative lyrics. Yeah, people who listen to these guys definitely knew what they were in for.
Let it collapse.
and have the courage to shed your tears. Raise your world to the cry!
My world is dead.
Only then, as with a newborn, will you see the world anew.
No, I see nothing now.
That's true, Rod. I never noticed that. It's kinda cool. Cool little detail. I had no idea existed in the game. Thank you for sharing that, dude.
Tell me truth. How did you escape your darkness?
Senua, once I found my purpose, I was no longer enslaved to the suffering I had to endure to reach it. Unclouded by fear, I could see it clearly in others. Even my captors feared the fire of Surt. And so, during one raid, I took my chance and ran, knowing that they would not follow. The fool ran into the fire. They left me for dead. Maybe they were right to. But here I am. Free.
I'm glad I found you in the wilds. I wouldn't have made it without you.
Okay, how to do this one? Definitely have to be up there. Ah, so that's interesting. Basically, we go over here, it shows like all the symbols. Or we go further over here, it shows only this one. So this is kind of like the position from which to look from, I guess. wonder if it's like maybe something in the distance. Yeah, can't really spot it, to be honest. Okay, I think I'm gonna check out the other symbols. Maybe there's like an additional step we have to do or something. Your nemesis letter. Ah, that's right, Kobe. I think I saw a clip of you where you tried to go up and down. Or say there. I think I've seen that highlight or clip or whatever. Yeah, no worries, Kobe. I hope you enjoy the lurk and Jay playing Horizon. Yeah, that's understandable, Levi. Kobe. Sorry, I did it again. Sorry. Okay, that's one. Yeah, indeed. Horizon looks amazing. I did watch Jay earlier a little bit. Is it the land? Oh, it is. So this is where we came from, I reckon. Yeah.
The Northmen say that what we see as a rainbow is the bridge that goes from the world of men to the world of the gods. For now, they say the frost giants and the mountain giants cannot cross it. But they say that when Ragnarok comes, not a thing in this world will be safe. The rainbow bridge will break under the onslaught of the fire giants riding on flaming steeds. Senua, I have seen the fire of Surt spread far and wide, and to our lands. Ragnarok is coming.
Alright, it's second. Now to get the last. Yeah, it is. Okay. That one was interesting. Took me a long time to figure out.
Senua, if I can survive the fire of certain and escape my darkness, then so can you.
Run, Senua! Run! Run! Through the fire! Keep running! Go on! Nothing will stop you! Run, Senua! Run! 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 Run, Senua! Through the
She's dying.
It's empty. It's empty. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This darkness takes everything. Everyone.
Senua, are you sure you want to do this? We can fight this together, side by side. We always do.
This is my battle. I have to face it alone, away from you.
Where will you go?
I don't know.
For how long?
I don't know.
I believe in you. You know that. Just promise me that you will come back to me. I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
I will come back to you. I promise.
Come on.
Spill the blood of Certain and take his mark, and I will cheer you from the world and forever be in your debt.
You destroyed everything, everyone, but not me. Fight me now.
It was that time.
Anticipated moves.
May you walk the land of the Duat.
Indeed.
For every battle won, a greater battle takes its place. And so it goes. Until we fall. And in the end, we all fall. Even the gods have their time. Yet we still go on. Why?
I made a promise, and I will go to hell to keep it.
I die free, knowing you will carry my stories with you. I have fulfilled my quest.
Yes, you have.
When the darkness comes, I vow to guide you in this life and the next to fulfill yours.
Then I will see you in hell.
Be ready to face horror in the eye, as I have, to find your answers, your quest, your truth.
Dude, it's so good. And yeah, now we are ready to go to hell. Now that we have taken on Sutter and Leverin, I think is his name. The two bosses that we have taken on. One is for the illusion and one is for the fire. And yeah, Druth is a really interesting character, also how he tells all these stories of, you know, the Norse mythology as well. But yeah guys, I haven't taken a break today yet, and I think this is a good place or time to do it. We're not yet done for today, though I'm definitely gonna be playing for another 1 or 1.5 hours or so. But yeah, I should be back in a couple of minutes, and then we will continue here. So see you in a few guys, and stay tuned. Oh dude, that's understandable, Rod. Yeah, personally I haven't really played many games with Norse mythology before I played this one. So definitely was you know, one of the earlier games to kind of introduce me to that a little bit more. But yeah, in the past year or so I definitely played a couple more with God of War and AC Valhalla. But yeah, I see you guys in a few. Yo guys, and welcome back. Hey Vamola, welcome mate. Yeah dude, I'm loving this game. It's my first replay. I played it for the first time in 2019 and like instantly fell in love with it. So it's really good coming back to this. Kind of like experience it all over again. But yeah, how's it going for you, dude? How's your weekend going?
Druth was a troubled man. Scholar turned slave. They tortured him. Took him with them on their raids. Drove him to madness. Spreading this new form of darkness to new worlds. To my world.
And thank you for welcome back, Demise and Rod. Welcome back as well. Demise, do you mean Hellblade or do you mean GTA? To Mola. I've been playing too much GTA, but you're loving it. Well, that's good to hear, Mola. Yeah, I definitely know what you mean. Like, when I first played this, I really couldn't believe how well done it was at first, you know, and kind of like how immersive as well. It was kind of around the time I got my new headphones as well, so, you know, those really helped kind of like create this immersion. Just being able to like locate like all the different sounds and like locations of the voices and all that. Really sucks you into the world. Yeah, you know, like, to be honest, when I first played this, I didn't really expect too much. I've seen a little bit of gameplay. I think also I watched Rod play this game before.
I saw a deep connection form between the Northmen and the darkness. If his tales of hell were true, then that was the source of it. She learned everything she could from him, until she too could see what he saw.
But, yeah. I also love the behind the scenes video for the game. If you seen it more when you played it. Kind of like showing how they did like motion capture and the audio recording and also kind of like the mental understanding that goes into creating Senua.
Have you ever died before? It's a serious question. When the illusion of self is shattered, you simply cease to be. Though it may not seem that way to others, you know when it is true. You can feel it. A stranger in your own body. An imposter. And nothing is the same ever again. Senua has died before, and she will do so again. You can be sure.
With the mark of Valravan and the mark of Surt, you may cross the bridge over the River of Knives to Helheim.
There we go. The gate to Helheim. Kind of interesting what we just talked about, right? That Senua has died multiple times before. the way they explain it is that the illusion of self is kind of like shattered, so she doesn't really have the relation to herself that much anymore. She kind of like feels like she's living in somebody else's body, I guess. So yeah, definitely is, you know, part of her psychosis as well, I guess.
Why is she waiting? Open the gate. Open the gate. No, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Don't open the gate. Don't. She's done it. It's so dark. It's dark. The darkness.
Only the dead may cross.
Only the dead may cross
Only
into
the
hell.
dead may cross.
Truth? Anyone?
There is no one here but me.
Not you.
Did you think that I would let you go? That you lost me back in the wilds? I will never let you go. You can't get rid of me. I am your shadow. And I will be watching when you draw your last dying gasp.
I'm not ready to die.
You will be when you see what they did to your dear beloved.
Damien!
In this waking nightmare, where all dreams come true, you searched for control, a way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears, to smother your furies and banish your fears. But in darkness they came, through stormy black seas they raided these shores. Do you still hear his screams? And now that you're home, he's so far away. They've taken his soul. To these gods you cannot pray. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through his darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. You fought for love unspoilt by your darkness within. You fought for your dreams. Now there's no way to win. In the head of his corpse lies the seat of his soul. So you must carry his vessel to bring him back home. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through this darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart.
And this game is just breathtaking. Yeah, the Blood Eagle. I was just remembered of AC Valhalla.
Touched you. Everyone could see it in the hollows of your eyes.
The scene with Eva.
A gaze averted from life. You ran from it but brought it nearer. Led it to him. an endless suffering worse than death. And you wanted to surrender, abandon and to find peace with the gods. No. The darkness won't allow it. So you will walk into the lair of the beast. Look it in the eye, and you will go to war. This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left. The gods made you a warrior for a reason. It's your calling.
Dude, I love it as well. Like the two composers, I think David Garcia was the composer, and then there's somebody did, I think, the vocals. Don't remember his name right now.
Why suffer the past when there is a new road ahead? The only one that makes any sense.
But yeah, it's so good. There's also like some elements that kind of like remind me of AC Valhalla in a way. Like in a really good way. It's kind of cool coming to this game also after having played, you know, the recent AC one.
Every gate you open into darkness brings another challenge.
It's not over. Dude, keep going.
Behind you!
Okay, where to go here? I guess this gate? Yeah.
The journey to Helheim is never a straight one. Each must find their own path. Align yourself to its secrets, and you will find yours. However you come to the gold-covered bridge that leads to Hell, you may find it guarded by a giantess. She will ask your name, she will ask your lineage, she will ask your business. The Northmen tell of the warrior woman Brynhild, who leapt into fire and rode to Hell to join her slain.
Kind of cool mechanic. It's really cool how it can like be part of the world building, I guess, by, you know, having to interact, kind of like trigger, you know, the stair actually being built, I guess. Yeah, imagine that, Rod. Okay, so that actually worked. mind. That was definitely the more obvious choice. But that's all the symbols.
Yes, the source of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
I'm sorry. I can't watch this.
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace. The gods will punish you for this. Pick up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it. Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
Stormy seas and lost souls. She's dreamt of this before. They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us? Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
You failed the gods. You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed. What were you thinking? Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be?
So stupid.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
The shadow hates.
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself, because there is no one left to do that for you.
Everywhere. You failed. What's that?
Take it. If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Broken and lost. Just like your sword.
Come on. Dare.
Why go on when you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined? Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, a feeling, a song.
It's not real. It's a trick. It's not real. It is real. Listen to it.
Don't give up.
Daddy. It's
Not like this.
come on. It's not real. It is real. It's a trick. Don't trust it. Maybe you're
Who are you? Do you still believe in me, Senua?
No, it's enough. It's a trick. She knows it's a trick. He's already dead. He can't be here. It's impossible.
Tilly. Come to me. Please.
The light. Go towards the light. It's him. There he is. It can't be him. It's just a trick. It's in your mind.
No, he's here.
It's in your
It's
mind.
him, it's real. It's happening.
Go towards it.
And as you can see, the sickness that has befallen her hand has also gotten further up the arm. Looks like inching closer and closer. That's no worries at all, Rod. Thank you so much for being here, dude. And yeah, joining. Very much appreciated. I hope you have a good night and a good rest. And also want to give you a quick shout out here. So for anybody watching, if you haven't checked out Rod's channel yet, he's a huge fan of this game as well. But also of Assassin's Creed, which he's playing on the weekend with AC2 and Valhalla. He's also a big fan of Rockstar games like GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2, the first one as well as horror games and Tomb Raider and lots of other great games. So yeah, if you're also interested in those types of games and looking for a really good streamer, then definitely check out Rod's channel. And that's the voice, Rod. Have a good night, dude. Hopefully you have a good rest as well. And fingers crossed that you know, the power's gonna stay stable. And you actually can stream tomorrow. But yeah, dude, until next time.
There it is. You're imagining this. It's Dillian. He's gone. You're too slow.
How could you?
Keep going.
How could you?
Keep going. Ignore the pain. I told you it was the trick. You.
We told you.
Where are you going?
See?
There's nothing to follow.
Come on.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father Zinbel made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely.
It's already disappeared. Nothing lives here, not even you. It's in your mind. You think you can see it, but it's in your mind.
There's the truth.
There he was. The lone figure of a boy.
He's there. Under the tree.
Swordplay under the shade of a tree. She remembers the first time she saw
He's
him.
there. Under the tree.
To her young eyes, he moved as if dancing. And the world danced with him. The gloom lifted. And for the first time in years, she felt a ray of hope.
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
Jay Dude, welcome. And thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Ava Kobe, welcome back. How's everybody going? How was Horizon Zero Dawn today? I hope you had a great stream, dude. We're currently in the middle of Hellblade, and it's been absolutely amazing. Every new discovery makes you want to see me play it. Yeah, dude, eventually I'm gonna get around playing it as well. It really looks good, actually. I enjoyed watching you play some earlier. Also like the stealth, you know, and how it can like theoretically take down animals, you know, by those means. Jay has been fully converted to Horizon's greatness. That's good to hear, Kobe. I reckon you made sure of that. Yeah, like the setting really is one of the things that intrigues me the most.
She mimicked him.
It's like marriage of nature and technology.
Secret dance. Wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
And the second game as well, like when I watch a trailer for... I'm not even sure how it's called, to be honest. But the trailer for the second Horizon looks so good. Also very diverse in the environments.
No, it's a trick. It's an illusion. It's not.
Forbidden West? Okay.
Do you really think it's real? You want to believe it's real. It's a trick.
Yeah, that trailer looked amazing.
Where are you going?
Where is she going?
What is she following?
You can't even fight. It's just deception.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew. And dance with it. Just like he does.
Yeah, do you guys know if it gets like a PS4 release? Of course, yeah, I would love to play it, but not sure if I'm gonna get like a PS5 for that. Or does he so effortlessly court the world in bliss? It's one of your absolute favorite sentences. Yeah, there's some really beautiful written lines in this one. Also, welcome back, Ronnie. So it's gonna come out on PS4 as well. That's good to hear. Of course, yeah, then I might have a chance to play it.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zenua's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one?
Well, I watched you, and...
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
Me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who is supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are.
You killed him.
But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. So knows that there's no going back to how things were.
The game just froze for me.
That there's nothing to go back to at all. Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
They won't stop me.
Yeah, video just like is stuck. Apparently.
Left of him. They will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
Okay, guys, I'm just gonna restart the game because I don't want to miss that cutscene, and apparently it's stuck. So you finished Nottinghamshire, Ronnie. Very nice, dude. How did you like it? But yeah, the transition from like, you know, this like happy memory to what she goes through currently. Damn, I think we got reset quite a bit.
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravens, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
That's Shukobi. Yeah, we got to watch that awesome transition from like beautiful memory to horrible reality, I guess. But yeah, like that whole moment is kind of like sweet between Senua and Dillian. How he's kind of like, you know, motivating her to, I guess, to kind of like take action for herself in a way. To not be controlled by her father at all times.
Watching from far, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance. wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
It's a trick. It's an illusion. It's not real. It's real. You want to believe it's real, but it's a trick. You're deluded. Where are you going? Where is she going? What is she following? You can't even fight. It's just deception.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew and dance with it, just like he does.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zenua's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one?
Well, I watched you, and...
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
Me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who's supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are.
You killed him.
But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
They won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here!
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone!
You will die here.
No!
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Shut up! Dillian? Is that you? I'll find you, my love. I promise.
Can you see him? You want to believe it. Is it not real? Is he there? You're alone in these mountains. Is that Dillian? Nothing lives here. You won't survive.
You met him by the tree.
She met him by the tree.
Maybe it's a sign, the tree.
What's he trying to tell you?
He's waiting for you by the tree.
It's coming from there and there.
Oh, what are they?
Look,
Where's it coming from? She started something. Oh.
what's happening?
Senua, imagine a sword that can slay gods. Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said the great warrior can reforge Gramr by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death will take you to new lands where you will face the trials.
Go to the shards. Go to the shard.
go to the shards.
What's the shard? Find it.
It's the metal runestones.
It's in front of you.
Find it.
Right, so to get the sword,
Runes.
you have to go ahead and
Find shards.
go to these steelies basically, and yeah, perform certain trials.
There it is.
Focus.
There's the shard. Focus.
Focus.
Use your eyes. Look.
Get closer.
What can you see?
A king in the north forced the dwarves to make a sword that would never fail and never rust, and that would slice through iron and stone and bring victory to its bearer. But the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man every time it was drawn, and it would be the death of the king. Let me tell you about the sword Tyrving.
I don't recognize this place.
Where are we? Where is she?
It feels wrong. Where are we now? Burial mound. So strange that we go to such lengths to bury death. Something so very ordinary, inevitable. It's as if we conspire to hide death, because we have no answer for it. But when it comes, and forces itself onto our friends or loved ones, then comes the reckoning.
Dead in the air. You can feel dead.
Within the burial mound, Hervor calls on her father to wake from death and bring her his sword. She says that it is not seemly for the dead in their grave mounds to bear valuable weapons. Her father answers with words of warning.
Okay.
You go to your doom.
Game
Baleful
got stuck
runes.
again. What's up with that? Why is it doing that all of a sudden? Well, we didn't miss too much, so all's good.
Within the burial mound, Hervor calls on her father to wake from death and bring her his sword. She says that it is not seemly for the dead in their grave mounds to bear valuable weapons. Her father answers with words of warning. You go to your doom. Baleful runes surround you. You have gone mad. You have lost your mind. Your thoughts are confused. It is dangerous to wake the dead. Like I said, she reminds me of you.
Okay, it happened again. This time I actually get an error. So my D3D device being lost. Low level fatal error. Jesus Christ. I don't know about this happening. To be honest, it's like, I don't know, all of a sudden we were fine for like almost 4 hours, but we're not anymore. But you know, it's actually alright timing because I basically only wanted to stream for another 6 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix that until the next time I'm going to be playing Hellblade. And then we should be fine for the next time, hopefully. But yeah, I wanted to you know, call it here in a few anyway, so we're gonna do this now. But I want to thank you all very, very much for coming by and joining for the beginning of Hellblade. Definitely has been an awesome time coming back to this piece of art and really, you know, unique story. Jay, thank you again so much for the raid earlier. If you guys haven't checked out Jay yet, he's a really cool streamer, playing mostly on the weekends. Currently he's doing a playthrough on Horizon Zero Dawn, which he started a couple streams ago, and he's been really enjoying it. Also a big fan of Assassin's Creed and RPG games as well. Cheers dude, thank you. Also make sure to check out Kobe as well. She's been playing also Horizon Zero Dawn, but also AC3 and Quiplash. And yeah, also want to say thank you to Dark Maiden for the follow earlier. And Infinity, thank you for resubbing while I was offline as well. And yeah, thank you everybody else who was here, lurking, chatting, just watching. Very much appreciate all the support. And yeah, the next stream you can expect from me will be Multiplayer Mondays. We're gonna be playing all kinds of games like Rocket League, maybe some Crash Team Racing, and yeah, all that fun stuff. No worries, thank you for being here as well, Grammy. And happy to give you a shout out, Kobe. For sure. But yeah, I think what to say hi to. Let's see. We have Mauler playing GTA 5. He's doing like an role-playing playthrough, so basically he's going into the shoes of a character and actually is like, I guess, doing the voice acting for the character by playing him, like online with friends. It's a kind of a unique way to play GTA online. So yeah, I think we're gonna say hi to Mola, see how he's doing today. Okay guys, I will catch you next time. And stay safe.